Welcome back to Turner Classic Movies. I'm Dave Karger. In 2 weeks, the second part of director John M. Chu's epic adaptation of the Broadway musical Wicked will hit movie theaters. And up next on TCM is the musical that first took moviegoers down the yellow brick road to the Emerald City more than 85 years ago. From MGM in 1939, it's The Wizard of Oz. The film is based on a classic book by L. Frank Baum, the first of 14 books he wrote about life in Oz. It was first adapted as a musical, making its Broadway debut in 1903, and then 2 film versions followed in the silent era, a short in 1910 and a feature in 1925. Oliver Hardy played the Tin Man, known as the Woodsman, in the 1925 silent version, shortly before he became half of the legendary comic team Laurel and Hardy. After an animated short in 1933, The Wizard of Oz came to life on the big screen for a 4th time when MGM bought the rights from producer Sam Goldwyn. By this point, the silent era had given way to sound, and the studio mounted this new adaptation as a movie musical, the most ambitious musical fantasy that Hollywood had ever produced. It was spearheaded by 2 producers who were at the center of the evolution of movie musicals, Mervyn LeRoy, who had created landmark early musicals at Warner Brothers, and Arthur Freed, who would soon lead his own production unit at MGM and turn the studio into Hollywood's leading producer of musicals. Initially, MGM planned to go with a big-name star for the role of Dorothy, and Shirley Temple was considered for the part. But both Freed and LeRoy believed the role was better suited to a relative newcomer, Judy Garland. Garland had recently played a supporting role alongside Mickey Rooney in an Andy Hardy movie, but with her performance as Dorothy Gale, she proved that she was a major star in her own right. From MGM in 1939, also with Frank Morgan, Ray Bolger, Jack Haley, Burt Lahr, Billy Burke, and Margaret Hamilton, and directed by Victor Fleming, here is The Wizard of Oz. While The Wizard of Oz was being developed, producer Arthur Freed suggested that the songwriters, Harold Arlen and Yip Harburg, write a ballad that would act as a transition from Kansas to the magical land of Oz. As the legend goes, Arlen spontaneously came up with Over the Rainbow, a song that would become Judy Garland's signature for the rest of her life. The Wizard of Oz won 2 Academy Awards, both for its music, for Best Score, and for Over the Rainbow as Best Song. Its director, Victor Fleming, was also nominated, and he won the Oscar, but not for The Wizard of Oz. Fleming won the Best Director award for another movie he made in 1939, Gone with the Wind. But despite the Oscars and the positive reviews, The Wizard of Oz didn't actually begin to turn a profit until years later. Thanks to a 1949 re-release and annual screenings on television beginning in the 1950s, the film became a financial success and, more importantly, a fixture in the lives of children around the world for generations. Stick around because up next we're presenting the first installment in a fascinating 6-part documentary exploring why certain films like The Wizard of Oz remain so popular and memorable.
Next on TCM, The Power of Film Part 1, Popular and Memorable. Then, Imitation of Life. And later, The Learning Tree. Go out on a limb with TCM tonight.